Alright. Hello, chat. How are you guys doing tonight? Tonight we're going to be playing some Dragon Age. Unfortunately, it's taken me a couple weeks to get back to it since I did the extra live stream. But hopefully now I'll be able to continue playing and get it finished out. However, before I go to continue, it looks like I'm going to have to go and get rid of some stuff.
Good to see you in one piece. Do you have news of Elena yet?
Damn, that's harsh. There are more important things than your daughter.
Well, I'll give it some time. Now's the best time to go into the castle, though, and see for yourself. Remember, a promise is a promise. Right. I haven't got much, obviously, but I'll do whatever I can for you.
Good, good. Sell these. I kind of want to keep them just because of their names, but they're otherwise not very useful currently. I'll get rid of this one. Let's see. Actually, before I even do all that shit. Oh heck, why didn't they equip that already? Gloves. Eclectic. Heck yeah, I'll take the better ones. Same deal. Those I'm not worried about. Yeah, his armor is a lot better. Kite shield. Yeah, that's an improvement. 120 to 145. Studied armor. That is good.
Good to see you in one piece. Do you have news of Valena yet? Well, I'll give it some time. Now's the best time to go into the castle, though, and see for yourself. Remember, a promise is a promise.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. I gotta get some
Right.
discipline first.
I haven't got much, obviously, but I'll do whatever I can for you.
Okay, now I should be able to go in. Maybe. Make sure I send something fast. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see. Ooh, a love letter. Collection of embarrassing personal communications from the spoiled wealthy and their objects of obsession. I think this guy is my my spirit person. I actually never looked at these, did I? Don't eat the cheese. Duly noted.
A tunnel that went under the entire lake. Who would build such a thing?
Apparently this family.
Too easy! Your time to die!
Don't even know my own name.
Hello? Who's there? Is there anyone alive out there? Wait, you don't look like the Arlessa's guards. Are you from outside the castle?
Nah.
My name is Jowan. I'm a mage Lady Isolde hired to tutor her son Connor. Until they, threw me into the dungeon here.
As they will.
You don't know? I thought everyone knew. I poisoned Al Eamon. I'm not proud of it. The Arlessa had no idea what I was hired to do when she took me in to tutor Connor. I know it looks suspicious, but I'm not responsible for the creatures and the killings in the castle. I was already imprisoned when all that began. At first, Lady Isolde came here with her men, demanding that I reverse what I'd done. I thought she meant my poisoning of the Arl. That's the first I heard about the walking corpses. She thought I'd summoned a demon to torment her family and destroy Redcliffe. She had me tortured. There was nothing I could do or say that would appease her. So they left me to rot.
Can't feel too bad for this dude.
I was instructed to by Teyrn Loghain. I was told that Al Eamon was a threat to Ferelden, that if I dealt with him, Loghain would settle matters with the Circle. You see, I'm a Maleficar, a blood mage.
You? A blood mage? Truly? I would never have guessed.
A blood mage? Well, that isn't good.
I dabbled in the forbidden arts, and they condemned me to death for it. I thought Loghain was giving me a chance to redeem myself. But he's abandoned me here, hasn't he? Everything's fallen apart, and I'm responsible! I have to make it right somehow. I have to!
No better way to redeem yourself than by killing someone, huh?
Connor had started to show signs. Lady Isolde was terrified the Circle of Magi would take him away for training.
Connor? A mage? I can't believe it.
She sought an apostate, a mage outside the Circle, to teach her son in secret so he could learn to hide his talent. Her husband had no idea. No, she was adamant that he never find out. She said that he'd do the right thing, even if it meant losing their son, and that infuriated her. I thought that too. Connor has little knowledge of magic, but he may have done something to tear open the veil. With the veil to the Fade torn, spirits and demons could infiltrate the castle. Powerful ones could kill and create those walking corpses. Some, but he's still very young. He can barely cast a minor spell, never mind something more powerful. At least not intentionally. Like I said, he may have torn the veil accidentally. If he's involved in this at all, I really don't know. I never meant for it to end like this. I swear. Let me help you fix this.
I say kill the mage. He cannot be trusted.
He doesn't need to die, surely.
I say this boy could still be of use to us, but if not, then let him go. Why keep him prisoner here?
Hey, let's not forget he's a blood mage. You can't just set a blood mage free.
Better to slay him. Better to punish him for his choices. Is this Alistair who speaks, or the Templar?
I'd say it's common sense. We don't even know the whole story yet.
Give me a chance, please. I tried to save anyone still up there. There must be something I can do. Afterwards, I assume I'll be arrested, or executed, or whatever people like me get. I'm tired of running from the Circle. I need to account for what I've done. I'd stay and try to help if I could. Perhaps I can help deal with whatever's been unleashed here. I don't think it will redeem me, But that doesn't mean I shouldn't try. I'm glad you think so. So what now? You're letting me out? And what then? I'm not sure that's a good idea. I'd like to help out, but I'm not so sure I want to follow you into danger exactly. Then I will wait. If you change your mind, I will be here.
Damn.
You're back.
I'd rather
Have
stay
you found
here.
out what's going on yet? I see. What now, then? You're letting me out? And what then? I'm not sure that's a good idea. I'd like to help out, but I'm not so sure I want to follow you into danger exactly. I won't, I promise. I will find a way to fix this somehow.
Very well.
Anyone else down here? Oh, hell
I shall do
no.
it.
Right there.
Take it.
Grab some.
Good day. I shall do it.
Give me all your money. See something approaching. Nice.
I shall do it.
Do I roll over here? Yes.
Now you fall! Just give them the advantage.
Hey, watch it.
Very well.
What's that?
Shield has
I
one.
thought you could be sneaky. anything in here.
It shall be done. I shall do it.
Loots. What is he reading? Oh, snap.
As he said.
Now we get our hands dirty.
It shall be.
Not me and you shall
Anything,
Now you fall!
Some glory!
It is begun.
malformed organ cut from the gut of a enemy horn. Oh, ain't that just nice? That's always good.
None shall see me.
What's it here? Is this the dogs? There's a charred corpse. Oh, why not? Gonna go this way. Whoa! Shit! Damn, didn't even know it's a trap.
It is begun. I shall do it.
Another battle line.
Very well.
You will die.
I shall do it.
Now we get our hands dirty.
I shall do it. I shall do it.
Save some dignity, fool.
Yeah, what's with all these corpse galls? Like, yeah, let me just take out, like, a couple of their organs. I don't need anything else.
I shall do it.
Ooh, sweet.
It shall be done.
Here, let's rob our Bateman's, castle. Why not? Elf or half elf? Elf.
Very well.
Assuming you're talking about my username rather than my character. If it's the character in my game, I'm actually human. And welcome to the room, Lady Trek.
These things can have unusual powers. Be wary.
As you say, I shall do it.
Down you go!
Run while you can. Have you no concern? You will learn to fear me.
Right then!
Don't give them the advantage.
How are you doing tonight? I mean, it's a pretty safe assumption usually.
I cannot be defeated.
Because elves are pretty cool to play.
I shall do it.
Basement selling. Oh, that's very cool. What's your fur boys' names? No, I guess we have to go in the cellar. Iron. Always can use one of those.
Very well.
Alright, these those potions a lot more. Yeah, usually I either tend to do either human or elf. Usually human though, since I play elf in literally almost every other game I'm able to play elf in. Oh, Remy Lepre and Logan Mialet. Oh, that is absolutely adorable. Yeah, I got 3 fur babies of my own. Stormy, Juniper, and Ghost.
Very well.
Nothing like digging around in some junk. More love letters. Let's see. My darling Reginald, I burned for you because of you. Please use the enclosed. Our love is to endear. Alright. That is right, I did. I do like talking about my kittens a lot. Make sure I'm actually going the right way. Yes.
I go.
Actually, Gen Con is going to be interesting next year. Actually, August next year in general is going to be really hectic and insane. Come on,
Don't give them the advantage!
Oh shit. Not good, not good.
Another battle right
Oh shit. I'm probably gonna die. I have to restart this whole area. Crap. Crap. Yeah, normally Twitch is real funny on my phone too. Like, really funny on my phone. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to restart this whole damn area. Can I get out of here? I don't know if it'll let me leave. These assholes on me. Nope. Didn't make it. I know, I put all of the Gen Con pins on a cork board. And it's in the other room. Like, I'm just hoping that they're gonna do it again next year so I can add to it, because they're so beautiful. I haven't, unfortunately, been able to add too much to my collection recently, though. Just because pin's expensive, yo. The last save, I guess. Restart. That's what I get for not saving. Oh, shoot. Didn't realize it all saved. Sweet. I gotta redo this whole area. Oh, let's see. I have Alistair and I have... I can never pronounce his name. Sten. Currently, at least. Yeah, I'm really good about dying. Like, I am a terrible gamer. I'm so bad, but it's so much fun. Let me level this guy up before I go do this again. Let's see. Give me some strength. Get that constitution up, because you're gonna need it. I don't think he's a stealing type. It says I don't really use any of these when I play this game. So most of them tend to be pretty much useless to me. Yeah, mine, I had them all put away, and I was like, I'm gonna display these. So they went right on there. It's not even a cork board with any R pins. It's literally just a Gen Con board, cork board. And it's funny because it's also shaped like a die, just accidentally. So I was like, this works. I might actually eventually paint it to look a little nicer since I think it's a pink framed board. So I'm like, eh. But, and yes, I love Alistair. He is probably one of my favorite NPCs. Well, not NPCs, but characters in this game. Oh, which one do I want him to do? I think he's two-handed. Yeah, we'll do that one, I think. Character or something. Yeah, we're gonna do that this time. Let's see if I can save this. I don't have to redo all that. And try this again.
Sometimes silence is best.
There's those assholes.
Now we get our hands dirty. You will learn to fear me. Get over. Ha-ha!
Damn. Business.
Another battle, I see.
Oh shit. Let me get this guy on him. Not good. No bueno. Oh, bed's calling you. Yeah, I'm working midnights now, so like I'm up all night anyway. So yeah, have a good night, and yeah, definitely check out more streams. Like even if whether they be mine or someone else, like it's just fun watching Twitch. It really is. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. Aw, I should have apologized for him.
Should not have taken as long as it did.
Yeah, that's actually on my radar. I'm probably in the next month or two going to start looking at that and trying to figure out about going to that. Because I told my husband about it, and I'm actually really interested, especially since usually we have a gaming drought around that time of year anyway.
Very well. As you say.
Definitely have a good night. Let's see, anything over here? Nope. Wasting my time. That's alright. You know, waste my time going over here too. Take the scenic route.
So these are our visitors. The ones you told me about, Mother.
Yes, Connor.
And this is the one who defeated my soldiers. The ones I sent to reclaim my village.
Yes.
And now it's staring at me. What is it, Mother? I can't see it well enough.
This is a woman, Connor. Just as I am.
You lie! This woman is nothing at all like you. Why, just look at her. Half your age, and pretty too. I'm surprised you don't order her executed in a fit of jealousy.
Connor, I beg you.
I don't even know, like...
Don't hurt anyone.
Mother? What's happening? Where am I?
Oh, thank the Maker. Connor, can you hear me?
Get away from me, fool woman! You are beginning to bore me.
Grey Warden, please don't hurt my son. He is not responsible for what he does.
Let's see. Man, no fun options this time.
Connor didn't mean to do this. It was that mage, the one who poisoned Demon. He started all this. He summoned this demon. Connor was just trying to help his father.
And made a deal with the demon to do so? Foolish child.
It was a fair deal. Father is alive, just as I wanted. Now it's my turn to sit on the throne and send out armies to conquer the world. Nobody tells me what to do anymore.
Nobody tells him what to do.
What the heck?
Nobody.
What's wrong with this
Quiet,
dude?
Uncle! I warned you what would happen if you kept shouting, didn't I? Yes, I did. But let's keep things civil. This woman will have the audience she seeks. Tell us, woman, what have you come here for?
No reason, I think I'll just leave. Like, yep, just getting out of here. Just strolling on by.
So you're a concerned well-wisher. Why didn't you say that in the first place? All this sneaking around and killing is so unnecessary. But Father is so very ill. We really shouldn't disturb him. Isn't that right, Mother?
I don't think...
Of course you don't! Ever since you sent the knights away, you do nothing but deprive me of my fun. Frankly, it's getting dull. I crave excitement and action. This woman spoiled my sport by saving that stupid village. And now, she'll repay me.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ah!
Damn! Sorry, Tegan. And yes, people did hit him very hard. You know how that goes. Like, one day you're just a kid having fun, and the next you're possessed by a demon.
Another battle. Run while you can.
Let's grab some glory.
I'm gonna stand back here being a badass.
Tegan. Oh, Tegan. Are you alright?
I just got my ass handed to me, but yes.
I am better now, I think. My mind is my own again.
Blessed Andraste. I would never have forgiven myself had you died. Not after I brought you here. What a fool I am. Please. Connor's not responsible for this. There must be some way we can save him. Yes. I didn't tell you because I believed we could help him. I still do.
I'm sorry, my lady, but Connor has become an abomination. He's no longer your son.
You! You did this to Connor!
I didn't summon any demon, I told you! Please, if you'll let me help.
Help? You betrayed me! I brought you here to help my son, and in return you poisoned my husband?
This is the mage you spoke of? Didn't you say he was in the dungeon?
He was. I assumed the creatures had killed him by now. He must have been set free.
I know what you must think of me, my lady. I took advantage of your fear. I'm sorry. I never knew it would come to this.
Well, I shan't turn away his help. Not yet. And if Connor is truly an abomination...
He's not always the demon you saw. Connor is still inside him, and sometimes he breaks through. Please. I just want to protect him.
Isn't that what started this? You hired the mage to teach Connor in secret, to protect him.
If they discovered Connor had magic, then they'd take him away. I thought if he learned just enough to hide it, then...
I wouldn't normally suggest slaying a child, but he's an abomination. I'm not sure there's any choice.
There is another
Alistair?
option, though I loathe offering it. A mage could confront the demon in the Fade without hurting Connor himself.
What do you mean? Is the demon not within Connor?
Not physically. The demon approached Connor in the Fade while he dreamt and controls him from there. We can use the connection between them to find the demon.
You can enter the Fade, then? And kill the demon without hurting my boy?
No, but I can enable another mage to do so. It normally requires lyrium and several mages, but I have blood magic. Lyrium provides the power for the ritual, but I can take that power from someone's life energy. This ritual requires a lot of it, however. All of it, in fact.
So,
Damn.
someone must die? Someone must be sacrificed?
Yes, and then we send another mage into the Fade. I can't enter because I'm doing the ritual. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. It's not much of an option. The power has to come from somewhere, and that means either lyrium or blood.
Then let it be my blood. I will be the sacrifice.
What? Isolde, are you mad? Eamon would never allow this.
Either someone kills my son to destroy that thing inside him, or I give my life so my son can live. To me, the answer is clear.
Blood magic. How can more evil be of any help here? Two wrongs don't make a right.
It does seem
Coming from a
like
guy
a
covered in
sensible
blood.
choice, with a willing participant.
Connor is blameless in this. He should not have to pay the price.
It's up to you, my friend. You know more about such things than I do, and it's your companion going into the Fade. The decision is yours.
You can find lyrium and more mages at the Circle of Magi, if they would even do it. That is an excellent point. One of the treaties is also for the Circle of Magi, after all.
The tower is about a day's journey across the lake. You could attempt to get the mage's help.
But what will happen here? Connor will not remain passive forever.
Blood magic or not blood magic? That is the question.
Still, we must make a decision.
Save my son and you will be rewarded. That I promise. His life is worth more to me than anything. Even my own.
Like, I feel like if they need all the blood from a single person, why couldn't they just take, like, a quarter of the blood from 4 people? Or some variant of that nature, that way nobody has to die. But that's just too simple.
My son awaits your decision. Make it quickly.
Wait a minute, despite the demon here, what? Okay, so either kill the kid, kill the mom, or none of the above and have to go somewhere else. What do you think? Which one do you think we should do? This is actually a really hard choice. I'm trying to remember what was the last time I did it, which one I did. I think I might have done Circle of Magi to try and save both of them. Fight the kid. Find the kid.
Please, don't. It isn't his fault. He just tried to help his father. Why must he pay with his life?
Do not make this any harder than it is, Isolde. She has made her decision.
Who says she gets to decide? I'm Connor's mother. I'm the Arlessa.
This is what must be done.
I'm a great woman, bitch.
No! I won't let you do this! It isn't right! It isn't right!
It must be done. The cancer must be cut out.
Go and do this quickly. We must save Eamon and restore the castle. I will make Isolde understand.
Damn right you will. But first I must loot the body.
It is begun.
So much looting. Oh, is this where I came? Yeah, that's where I came.
I shall do it.
Nope. I knew this was ominous. I knew it. I knew it. You need to heal yourself, dude. Man, too bad I can't loot these corpses. Just take all the armor and wear it. Let's see. Let's see. I see sparklies.
Be wary.
No, I don't need any more corpse balls. What's with these corpses and just leaving their gulls everywhere? Shoot by chance? Nope. Hold on. Before I go up there. Saving. There's nothing more to loot. There's just corpse
As you
skulls.
say.
Oh, they're nasty, rotted, like, spleens.
Is begun, as you say.
That's cool. Let's see. Go this way first, if I can.
None shall see me.
No, there are a bunch of jerks just popping up out of nowhere.
I will not fail.
I like how they're just like chilling in these random rooms. Like, yeah, we're just gonna like sit on your couch and eat your food.
I go.
Stealing all their stuff. That's what a good nephew does, right?
As you say.
Right. Goes back downstairs, yes. Save again.
Careful! I think they've seen us.
No.
Yes.
Shall be done.
Why do you have to do this when you just saw
I shall do it. It shall be done.
Run while you can.
Very well. I shall do it.
That's what I thought.
What do you wish of me?
No. Wasn't want to talk to you anyway.
It is begun.
Heck yeah. Take all this. Coming down here and saving some butts, I might as well take some loot. Sure, Earl.
I shall do it.
Won't mind. What? Fine, let me do this. Yes. Yeah, it's two-handed, you can't use it anyway. Oh, and he can't use that because he's two-handed. Most excellent. I think it's better, but I can't use it yet because she needs 14th strength. Because apparently that's a thing. Yes, and they definitely need the upgrades. Gotta figure out what the hell to get rid of. Probably this guy. Yeah. Gonna get rid of you. Oh, these aren't anything, are they? Get rid of those. Thankfully, it's not based off weight. I don't ever do anything with those anyway. Two-handed. It's not as good anyway. They reduce character's attack speed with bows and crossbows. All Minister Archer talent eliminates this. Oh no, how terrible. Oh nope, I see the kid. Better save again. Can never be too safe. Data health. Okay, let me make sure I don't have any of this ridiculousness. Do this. Coughing blood. Yeah, you might want to take care of that, Alistair. I'm not too worried about this one. Health regen. You don't mind me just walking around robbing you, that's all.
No! Don't go near him! She'll get angry! She'll get...
Nothing like a desire to round out the
It's
night.
your time to die!
Oh, attacking.
Yes!
I'll be that one. Yeah, no, like, I eventually learned to just save every time. Like, if I move, like, 5 feet in the game, save. Every new room, better save. Dude, I do literally anything in the game, save. That's it, where did the bitch go? What are you doing? That's what you get.
Stop! Don't hurt him! Please, have mercy on him. He's just a boy. He doesn't deserve this. No, of course not. But this is my son's life. There must be another option. The Circle must know some spell, or we could bring him to the cathedral in Denerim. They could exorcise him. Make her help me. There must be some other way. Don't kill my baby. I'm begging you. Don't ask me to choose between them. I can't do that. You're a woman. What if this was your son? Tell me you wouldn't move the mountains to save him? You're just like Tigan, standing there grim-faced and telling me my son has to die. It doesn't have to be like this. I order you to stop!
Do I want to knock her out? I'm kind of curious what happens if I stop though. Like, does it give me a choice to do something else, or is she just gonna come right the fuck back and I have to battle her again? curious. I want to see what happens.
Thank you. You won't regret this. Connor? Connor, can you hear me? It's Mother.
Mother. It hurts so bad. Oh, it hurts.
It's all right, darling. I'll find a way to stop the demon. Can you stand up?
Fool woman! If I crushed Father's throat, would you watch? Would you cry? You are pathetic.
Damn.
No, don't. Don't talk like that. Connor, come back. Please, don't go.
I'm sorry I called her, Mother. It hurts. Make it stop.
I will, baby. I will. I'll make the pain stop. Please. Leave me alone with him. You were right. He can't be helped. You are a stranger. This is not your responsibility. I am his mother. I brought Connor into this world. Let me do what must be done. I beg you.
Mother, it hurts.
Everything's going to be all right, baby. Just close your eyes for Mother.
Damn. She's a lot more of a badass than she originally seemed.
It is done. Andraste, have mercy on his soul. I wonder just how long Eamon will survive, now that the demon cannot sustain him. Will I lose my whole family, do you think? Enough. I wish to mourn my son now. Give me that at least.
Damn, man. I know, really, just stabbed a kid, but no blood on her. Nope.
So it is over. Connor is dead, and the demon gone with him. With its creatures vanquished, the castle is back under our control. I thought I'd never see my brother again.
My son, your nephew, is dead. Do not forget that in your great relief, Tigan.
How could I, my lady? Eamon has much to mourn if he recuperates. There is still the matter of Jowan. His poisoning Eamon began this whole mess, yet he lives. I must decide what becomes of him. We will hold him for Eamon to decide his fate. If he doesn't recover, Jowan's fate is sealed. What do you think?
I mean, that's, like, why do you want my opinion's a really good option? Like, they just ran, like, they don't know who my character is. They literally just met her, like, an hour ago, and yet they're already like, here, why don't you make all the decisions for us?
You spoke with him, have you not? You know what he has done better than I do, even. I would not trust him, but I would not presume to tell my brother what to do. What do you mean? He is responsible for many of the problems here, and is a Maleficar as well. Perhaps you are correct. But that is Eamon's decision, not mine. I'm sorry. Jowan stays in the dungeon for now. But our task is not done yet. Whatever the demon did to my brother, it seems to have spared his life, but he remains comatose. We cannot wake him.
The urn. The urn of sacred ashes will save Eamon.
That is a possibility. But there is a reason it's still an option. I am not simply grasping at straws.
My husband funded the research of a scholar in Denerim, a brother Genetivi. He has been studying the inscriptions on Andraste's birth rock. When Eamon fell ill, I sent the knights to speak to Genetivi. I hoped that he had finally discovered the location of the urn of sacred ashes itself. Unable to locate Genetivi. In desperation, I sent more knights in search of the brother, or some clue of the urn's location.
I must organize Eamon's knights as they return, draft new soldiers, and prepare the army to fight. I shall hand Redcliffe back to Eamon when he awakens, and in a state where it can be of some use in the coming war.
Damn straight.
Truly, what other choice do I have? No one else can. Even if I wished to do it myself, I cannot abandon Redcliffe to its own devices. Perhaps you could seek out the brother's home in Denerim and see if any clues remain on his whereabouts. It is the only place to begin the search, I think. I must go to the hall and begin rebuilding. I wish you luck, and may the Maker go with you.
What could possibly go wrong?
The castle is restored, but my son is forever lost. You will forgive me if I do not leap for joy. I'm sorry too. Much of this was my fault. I do not hold you responsible for any of it. Go in peace, and do what you must.
And all this could have been avoided if she just sent her kid to school.
Oh, there's so much to be cleaned up. I don't want to even think about what happened here.
Probably a good idea. Oh yeah, I should probably find the one chick, or try and find the one chick. Since I promised to look for her.
Maker bless you, Grey Warden. You saved us all.
I shall do it.
You have.
Didn't I get a key or something for that? I could have swore I did. Maybe not, though.
There's a lot of work to do if we're to be ready to fight Darkspawn now.
Maker bless you, Grey Warden. You saved us all. You have.
Exactly. Good old what's her bucket. I feel like I had to have missed her somewhere around here. This one yeah, that's the one I just found it would take, because it's not as good. I'm like waiting for a corpse to be in a corner or something.
Maker bless you, Grey Warden. You saved us all. You have.
Don't you forget it. I like that they took the suits of armor I beat the shit out of and put them back up.
You return. Might you have news? Then I must resume my duties. The civil war continues, and Loghain is no doubt angered Redcliffe has not been disabled. Good luck, my lady. You are a great and noble woman. I hope it continues to go well, for all our sakes.
Cool, cool.
It isn't good to say so, but I can't help thinking it's best the boy died.
Damn.
Considering what he did and all.
It is good you resolved this demon business. Now we must either revive the Arl or allow Ban Tegan to take his place.
I like how no one seems to care the kid is dead. Just like, yep, that's a thing that just happened. Yeah, I imagine they are pretty expensive.
May God bless you, Grey Warden. You saved us all. You have.
Do all these servants have like a hive mind?
Oh, there's so much to be cleaned up. I don't want to even think about what happened here.
Dude, no one wants to think about that. I'm feeling traumatized. I mean, you aren't wrong.
It shall be done.
I like how they open the gates, but they don't even bother picking up all the bodies on the front steps. Like, yeah, come on in, just step over the skeletons. I can't remember what happened to that one chick.
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Bannorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you.
Oh, shit.
I have arranged for a solution. With your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards. An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
Oh, this is gonna be the beginning of a great friendship. I can just feel it in my bones.
Move along, friend. Thank you.
I mean, in fairness, there's a lot of characters I'd ship in this.
They told me you've been back to the castle, that everything's under control, but Felena still hasn't come back to me. Does that mean... I see. Well, I guess that about does it then. If you'll excuse me, I need some privacy. Come back later if you wish.
Well, I mean, obviously we have to ship Alistair and Sten together. Obviously. I see a guy standing by a chest. I'm gonna talk to him.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about. I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
So if they're the Blackstone Irregulars, what happens to the Blackstone Regulars?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens. Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Sure. Sure, why not? Now we'll make that back down.
You know, you never did tell me how you passed the time in that cage for so long.
No, I didn't.
So... what did you do in there?
A training exercise. I would observe an object, and then try to think of all the words in your language which began with the same letter as its name.
That? Wait, just wait. You're joking again, aren't you?
No.
You are not telling me that you played I Spy against yourself for 20 days?
There are a lot of things in Lothering that begin with G.
I mean, there's worse ways to spend 20 days, I suppose. Like, no, seriously, he was inside a tiny-ass cage. Like, what the fuck else was he supposed to do? Time to go to camp. You know, get those mass orgies going on.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe. You killed Connor. You killed him.
Asshole.
Little boy. How could you do that?
Getting straight to the point.
You could have let the Arlessa sacrifice herself. Lady Isolde is the one who started all of it, isn't she? Blood magic or no, if one of them had to die, it should have been her. This is the Arl's son we're talking about here. What do you think he'll say when we revive him?
Angry Alistair is angry. Damn, all these offers kind of suck.
I just don't know how you could do it, how you could make that decision. I owe the Arl more than this. You're right, of course you're right. I'm such an ass.
Damn right you are.
I should know better than to second guess you like this. Oh, why am I getting on your back about it? You did what you had to. It's just... all this death. Never mind. Let's just stop there before I do more than shove my foot in my mouth like an idiot.
I mean... too late. I can't remember if I have to get by them to be able to gift it. I know, really. It's just like, oh hey, let me not be an ass.
What do you need? Ask away. You never asked?
Don't answer then.
All right. If you want the full explanation, I'll give it to you.
Damn right.
The thing is, I'm used to not telling anyone who didn't already know. It was always a secret. Even Duncan was the only Grey Warden who knew. And then after the battle, when I should have told you, I don't know, it seemed like it was too late by then. How do you just tell someone that? Yes, well, I suppose part of me kind of liked you not knowing. They treat me differently. I become the bastard prince to them, instead of just Alistair. I know that must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it, and I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me.
Oh god. Damn, I was hoping there would be a comment in here about bastard prince, or that's really stupid for him to be king, but no, they all had to be serious answers.
For all the good it does me, my blood seems certain to haunt me no matter what I do. I guess I should be thankful that Arl Eamon is far more likely to inherit the throne. If he's all right. Oh, I hope he's all right. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. I guess I was just hoping that you would like me for who I am. It was a dumb thing to do.
There we go. That's more like it.
No, but now I wish I were. Forget I said anything.
Damn.
I guess it's kind of a relief that you know now. Let's go.
Oof. Oof. Not
What do you
good.
need?
Not good.
Ask away. Such as they are. About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need?
That makes me wonder if there's going to be questions
Ask
about the
away.
Grey Wardens later on.
I already said I wouldn't. The answer is still no.
Damn, I'm doing real bad tonight. Shit. He really does. He don't admit it, but he wants a friend. How do I give a gift? Let's see, maybe I have to go under his... Oh, there we go.
This is my mother's amulet. It has to be. But why isn't it broken? Where did you find it?
I just stole it from your uncle, that's all. Damn.
Oh, the Arl study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. And he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that? Maybe he did. He might even have brought it with him one of those times he came to see me at the monastery. Not that I would have given him a chance, as belligerent as I was to him. Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers from his... When he recovers, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow. Huh. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things.
Good, good.
Ho, ho, ho. See this gesture I'm making? Can you hear that?
Oh, too funny. Alright, let's see. Because I can never remember which ones go to him and which ones don't. Destroy. I actually really don't know which ones go to him. That I think goes to Morgan. Time to Google it because I am not sure which ones go to who. This has been so long. I might as well get good use out of them. Or funniest use out of them, at least. Let's see. Too much reading. Let's see. First things first, let me... Why? Oh, so the statue does go to him, I guess. I didn't think it did. Ah!
Is that for me? Really? Wow! Wow!
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Is that for me? Really? Wow! Wow!
One of your party members has begun to genuinely like you and respect your leadership. That's cool.
Is that for me? Really? Wow. Wow.
He is way too excited. Like, way, way too excited. Let's see. Because who does this go to? Does it go to her? Maybe not, actually. Apparently not. Well, either way. Let me see if that helps any with talking to him.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
Nah.
No, I know that. That's not what I'm talking about. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim. No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostagar, and I never got the chance. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the Blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know. Could we? I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to at least see her, I don't know if I could forgive myself. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Indeed, indeed. That's cool.
Something on your mind?
Yeah, you better approve.
You do? What do you know? Wishes really do come true sometimes.
Uh-huh. Do I go with the serious answer or the funny one? That's a hard one. I go with the funny one.
I just love the way you apologize. It's so novel and fresh, like crisp mountain air.
Yep.
Something on your mind? Of course.
Uh-oh, is this the question I'm thinking it is? I hope it is.
Never what? Had a good pair of shoes?
Going all the way.
What shall I do? Have I never seen a basilisk? Ate jellied ham? Have I never licked a lamppost in winter?
So, chat, have you ever licked a lamppost in winter?
Make fun of you, dear lady. Perish the thought. Well, tell me, have you ever licked a lamppost in winter?
Oh my god, these answers. Everything is wrong with him. That's why it's hysterical romancing him. Because then you get to this, and it's great.
Good. I hear it's quite painful. I remember one of the younger initiates did it on a dare once, and there was pointing and laughing. Oh, the humanity. I myself have also never done it. That. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course, but...
What the hell? You lack the proper parts?
Well, living in the Chantry is not exactly a life for rambunctious boys. They taught me to be a gentleman, especially in the presence of beautiful women such as yourself. That's not so bad, is it?
Terrible. Man, this game lets your character be a straight savage sometimes.
Did I say beautiful? Do you have any particular opinion on my saying that?
Man, Alistair's like my spirit animal. Just as awkward.
Then I'll have to think of something more provocative next time, won't I?
Damn.
Until then, we should get underway, no? I have many tearful nights in my tent to contemplate, after all.
Damn. Like, you would think you'd be a lot happier after that conversation. That note.
Yes? Well, here I am. Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think. Chantry lore says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinter Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
Damn.
Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of Orlais. A long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own. Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield the sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot. Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the Grand Tourney. Now in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the Grand Tourney, but Aveline kept her helmet on and was not discovered. Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Keleva in the Grand Melee. Aveline had already bested him in the joust, and Keleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Keleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed. Keleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Keleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. "Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her throat.
What the hell?
The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Orlais so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Aveline and knighted her after her death. And to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier. I know one. Told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone. Maybe you have heard of Flemeth?
Oh, this bitch again.
Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devourer of men? Flemeth, mother of witches? Flemeth, demon-touched, who dwells in the mists? Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you.
I mean, she's doing a really bad job of it then.
Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like unto a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea. When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret, for he feared that she would be taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love. Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasing tribes. They lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and longed to see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Highever, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes. Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her. Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar. But a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth. Turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many Chasing men, and with their help, begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Kokari wilds. Which one? Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved, and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker. Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari tribes himself, grew jealous as his wife's popularity and influence overshadowed his own. She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and Maferath began to see their own bond waning in significance as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker. Out of envy and spite, Maferath made a pact with the Archon Hessarian of Tevinter, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured.
Damn.
Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathous, the capital of Tevinter. I have thought on this too. Did he withdraw his sight from her at that moment? Where were all the powers he bestowed upon her? This question has come to me many times, and I have no answer. Perhaps there was no way for Andraste to return to the Maker but through her death. We will never know for sure. I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves joined her cause to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shatan, born in captivity, rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in the land of their own. The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The chantry declared a wholly exalted march against the elves, named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. They were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish.
Huh. Neat. Sweet. Let's see. See if I have any things in here for her. While I'm over here. No, it's a scroll, no. Here's where the fancy skyball goes to. Yes, there. Okay. Let's see. that'll be fun. Good. Let's see. Before I even try to talk to him, because we all know how well that goes. This one? Apparently not. Maybe.
Yes. I am hardly surprised. To answer a question. The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here.
I mean, that's cool. Can't wait he had to come all the way over here to figure out the Blight, but sure.
The one who commands the Antam, the body of the Qunari. Qunari have no kings. Why do you? So if this Blight were in Orlais, it could consume the land with impunity. Don't strain yourself pondering that. I do not know why the Arishok sent us. He commands and I go. A portion of it. Were you not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer. Yes. I cannot go home. It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting. Speak, then. Perhaps if humans sought wisdom beyond the walls of chantries, they might find it now and then. That question was a good indicator. Wisdom is like breath. You need it, but no other can give you theirs. It's everywhere. In every moment of eternity, there is a chance to find it. You have only to reach for it. There is little point in pursuing this. We should move on.
He comes in with the deep statements.
Very well. Isn't it the nature of a wound to bleed? I have no more answers than you. Why do we fight the Darkspawn? Why do the Darkspawn fight us? Now and then. Do the reasons matter? It makes little difference to those they fight. Tell me then, why do you fight? In the Antam, we are told of the enemy. Assume he loves as you love, hates as you hate, and fights just as hard as you. It's a lie, of course. But does that matter? So long as you stand and believe you know your enemy. The Tal Vashoth wish us dead, and we wish to go on living. The point of our war is war.
The point of our war is war. Good. Good.
Very well. Then I suggest we move on. I am hardly surprised. Very well. As you wish.
Damn, plus 11 approval. Sweet. chests over here.
What do you wish of me? If you must. I cannot teach you, no, but any other mages that cared to learn, yes, I could do that. Send whoever you wish my way, and I shall teach them what I can in the camp, provided they possess the will to even make the attempt.
Neat.
What do you wish of me? If you must.
Let's see. That's my party approval. Of course. Okay. I like that Sten likes my character more than Morrigan does. Of course. Hold on. Probably go running off again. Oh, that's two-handed, so I can't use that. Oh shit. Let me make sure that's not.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose. One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of bracers I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that. Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold. That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's bracers. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back. Yes, here I am. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you? Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again. That's how I've always felt. As long as he's happy, so am I. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least. Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the Lost Tides, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming.
Oh heck yeah, there's a whole lot of it in this game. And it's not even that it's like undertone or subtle about it. It's like it's pretty much straightforward. Like in particular with the elves you have the racism, or like I guess that'd be racism. With the Dwarven City you have really obvious classism. And then even in the cities, human cities, you have a whole lot of a classism. And actually, overall, generally, this game seems to treat it relatively well, overall.
People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch. That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend. The Darkspawn have attacked Lothering. I don't think everyone even had fled by the time they came, either. Word has it they swarmed the entire area, making off with prisoners and burning down the buildings. And then they were gone. Just as quick. I wonder if there's anyone left. I heard some chanters were going to head down south, maybe to try to find some survivors. I'm not holding out hope myself. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow.
Isn't Lothering the city we started out in?
There's another royal army already gathering in the east, but from what I hear, when it marches, it'll be headed west, not south towards the Darkspawn. Can you imagine? If the Benorn stand up against Loghain, we won't need the Darkspawn to destroy us. We'll do their work for them. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. I hear rumor that Orlesian forces that were coming to help us fight the Darkspawn have been turned back at the mountain crossing. You'd almost think we could use their help against those monsters, though part of me is glad we won't have Ferelden full of Orlesian bastards again. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Mm-hmm. That must be for the mage. Oh, wait a minute.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife? I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Yeah, that's what we've definitely been doing wrong in finding these Darkspawn. We totally needed cheese knives. Grey Warden hand puppet. It's kind of hysterical. Amulet. Scented soap. Cat lady's hobble stick. That's what I need. Wait, never mind. You know what everyone needs as a gift? Raw onions. Yes.
No, bad. Bad idea. Awful. Don't do it.
Dang, I couldn't give it to him. What? You know what?
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
I am impressed. My thanks.
I mean... You know what? Sure.
I could get used to this, you know.
I kind of want to see this. I truly kind of want to see him play with this stupid puppet. I wonder if I hit quit it, if I'll do it. Oh no, I have to be playing as Alistair for it to work.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Damn, man. Sucks.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
I remember this one. I remember it not ending well for me.
Yes?
Oh my god. What the hell? He's like spazzing out with them. That's the worst part about it.
Shokke basit isra, marade starit, merade twasit, abana kyun, maras shokra, ananne sam kyun.
Well said. And I'm gonna save. As usual. His character is pretty awesome. Actually, most of the players or characters you get in your you can add to your team are actually pretty solid. Douchebags. Damn! The VIP treatment.
The Grey Warden dies here!
Enemies approaching!
Show no mercy!
This should be good. Back! As you say. This begun. Very well. As you say.
Sweet.
As you say. It is begun. It's your time to die! Don't give them the advantage! It shall be done.
The elven assassin is wounded and unconscious but alive. You can tie him up and talk to him if you wish. Or I could just straight kill him. But what's the fun in that?
Oh, what? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
I decided I wanted to torture you first.
Ah, so I am to be interrogated. Let me save you some time. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly. So would I be, in your shoes. For me, however, it sets a rather poor precedent, doesn't it? Getting captured by a target seems a tad detrimental to one's budding assassin career. A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logain, I think his name was. Yes, that's it. I have no idea what his issues are with you. The usual, I imagine. You threaten his power, yes? Beyond that, no, I am not loyal to him. I was contracted to perform a service. Oh, well, that's between Logain and the Crows, and between the Crows and myself. Isn't that what we're establishing now? I wasn't. If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the Crows would have informed your Logain of the results, if he didn't already know. If I had failed, I would be dead, or I should be, at least as far as the Crows are concerned. No need to see Logain then. What can I say, huh? I am an eternal optimist. Although the chances of succeeding at this point seem a bit slim, don't they? No, I don't suppose you'd find that funny, would you? I wasn't paid anything. The Crows, however, were paid quite handsomely, or so I understand. Which does make me about as poor as a Chantry mouse, come to think of it. Being an Antivan Crow isn't for the ambitious, to be perfectly honest. Well, aside from a distinct lack of ambition, I suppose it's because I wasn't given much of a choice. The Crows bought me young. I was a bargain, too, or so I'm led to believe. But don't let my sad story influence you. The Crows aren't so bad. They keep one well supplied. Wine, women, men, whatever you happen to fancy. Though the whole severance package is garbage, let me tell you. If you're considering joining, I'd really think twice about it.
Of course.
You seem like a bright girl. I'm sure you have other options. An Order of Assassins, of course, out of Antiva. I suppose you wouldn't hear much of them out here, but where I come from, we're rather infamous.
Ouch.
Oh, fine. Is that what you Fereldans do? Mock your prisoners? Such cruelty. Not precisely. I was in the neighborhood when the offer came. The Crows get around, you see. Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely. Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further. Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the Crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the Crows pause, so let me serve you instead. I happen to be a very loyal person, up until the point where someone expects me to die for failing. That's not a fault, really, is it? I mean, unless you're the sort who would do the same thing, in which case I don't come very well recommended, I suppose. To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the Crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you. Possibly. I happen to know their wily ways, however. I can protect myself as well as you. Not that you seem to need much help. And if not, well, it's not as if I had many alternatives to start with, is it? Why? Because I am skilled at many things, from fighting to stealth and picking locks.
Ah, cool.
I could also warn you should the Antivan Crows attempt something more sophisticated, now that my attempts have failed. I could also stand around and look pretty if you prefer. Warm your bed. Fend off unwanted suitors, no?
Of course.
These things you say, they must drive the men back home simply wild. So, what shall it be? I'll even shine armor. You won't find a better deal, I promise. Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair?
I know, really. Like, I love this guy.
What? You're taking the assassin with us now? Does that really seem like a good idea?
It's like delaying the Misfit toys. Case in point.
Ow. Maybe true, but ow. Oh, whatever. I'm sure you know best.
A fine plan. But I would examine your food and drink far more closely from now on, were I you.
That's excellent advice for anyone.
True that.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Good. Good. And because that shit's funny, I'm gonna...
Vashaden.
Yes.
Bring him with him.
As you say.
And then I'm gonna loot his friends. Ooh, a letter. Let's see what it says. Dang, man. Aren't there people up here too? No.
As you say. Finally made it to Denerim.
What could possibly go wrong being here?
Here, look at this. Do you know what this is? Yes, that's right. Watch as I thrash our enemies with the mighty power of floral arrangements. Feel my thorns, Darkspawn. Ah! I will overpower you with my rosy scent. Or, you know, it could just be a rose. I know that's pretty dull in comparison.
Damn.
Is it that easy to see right through me? Huh. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I picked it in Lothering. I remember thinking, how could something so beautiful exist in a place with so much despair and ugliness? I probably should have left it alone, but I couldn't. The Darkspawn would come and their taint would just destroy it. So I've had it ever since.
So instead of the Darkspawn destroying it, he has had it being destroyed in his bag for weeks.
I thought that I might give it to you, actually. In a lot of ways, I think the same thing when I look at you.
Damn.
Oh, wow. She'll never see through that, I told myself. Boy, was I wrong. I guess it's a bit silly, isn't it? I just thought, here I am, doing all this complaining, and you haven't exactly been having a good time of it yourself.
Oh no, it's been
You've
a party.
had none of the good experience of being a Grey Warden since you're joining. Not a word of thanks or congratulations. It's all been death and fighting and tragedy.
Or
I
a
thought
normal
maybe
Tuesday
I could say
night.
something. Tell you what a rare and wonderful thing you are to find amidst all this darkness. What else can I do? Write a poem? Pull your hair?
What?
I just saw the rose and I suppose I did it on impulse. Was it the wrong one?
Like, that just escalated really quickly.
Cute. Cute. Oh, just what I was aiming for. Ow! You could just stab me in the face first before you say something like that. I'm glad you like it. Now, if we could move right on past this awkward, embarrassing stage and get right to the steamy bits, I'd appreciate it.
Nice. Nice. What? Let's see, 3 or 4. So I expect 2 is actually a serious, like, hell no. So it's gonna have to be 3 or 4. Oh no, which one do you think is gonna be funnier?
Oh? You're lost then. All the ladies go on and on about how suave I am. I don't know how you can resist me like you do. Oh look, is that a cloud?
Don't even
I expect
regret
rain.
it. No regrets. No, it's I got an item, so I'm trying to find it now. Let's see. Let's scroll. Oh well, that's alright. Incidentally. Let's see.
So tell me something, Morrigan. Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there? No one else?
Mother occasionally had company.
What? Company? Do I even want to ask?
No, you really don't.
She doesn't even want to know about it. Who's this?
Good day.
Hello there, Warden. I'm a friend. I've heard you're putting up the good fight against Loghain and Howe, right? Good for you. Make a spit on all those arrogant noble bastards. I've also heard you have certain skills. Skills of the street, you might say. No judgments here, mate. I want to help you. The name is Slim Cauldry, and if you've heard of me, I've been doing a sad job of it, haven't I? I hear a great many things, and for those who view certain pesky laws as mere nuisances, there's some ripe fruit to be plucked out there. I can point the way. All I ask is for a little slice for myself.
I mean...
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. Keep sticking it to those pea-brained louses, eh? I'm rooting for you.
Good, good.
I have never seen such a collection of merchants and people before. 'Tis always so?
I don't know if I should talk to this dude.
Turn your attention elsewhere. My business does not concern you. Thank you and farewell.
Rude.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better.
I recognize you. From Ostagar. Andraste's blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice.
Shit, he found me.
You killed my friend. And good King Cailan. I demand satisfaction, sir. So you would compound slander on top of treason? You dare smear Teyrn Loghain's word? The savior of Ferelden, Teyrn Loghain, personally told me of the Warden's betrayal. Your betrayal. An uncommon traitor deserves no common death. We will meet on the field of honor, and my blade shall see justice done. Meet me in the back alley behind the Nod Noble Tavern. There we will duel. But honor demands you accept. Make peace with the Maker, sir. These are your last moments.
Uh-huh. We're just gonna do this. I feel this is a trap. This is probably that place he was talking about, I'm assuming. Yes. Yes, it is.
Are you ready? I am no savage. I would not take advantage of you. Nothing at all, sir. I am honor-bound to kill you now. May the Divine look after you, sir. You've held yourself with honor. Begin.
Enemies ahead! As you say. Poor fools they! Now we do battle! I must maintain.
Oh, this is fun.
Very well.
What is that?
It's begun. It shall be done. No! It shall be done. Watch out! I shall do it.
Oh shit. Let's not die today.
Now we do battle!
Frostiga!
Not today.
Justice shall be swift.
Shall be done.
No justice here for you.
It shall be done. Very well. Poor fools they! I shall do it. As you say. Very well.
Frostiga!
As you say.
Frostiga!
I shall do it. It shall be done. It shall be done. I shall do it.
This
Very
is the
well.
price of betrayal.
I shall do it.
I can't see your guys' names, but I see we have a couple new people that have joined the stream, so do welcome, and I hope you enjoy watching.
Our skill has won the day.
Hey Zebra, how you doing tonight? Yeah, I love this game so much. I don't often get to replay it, so I'm kind of glad I was able to get it booted back up and give it their run through. I say as it freezes up. Yeah, Origins is a really good game. Do you have any particular beginning origin that you usually play, Zebra? Oh, come on. Why are you locking up like that? Oh, what is this? Is there a spawn? Not really. Okay, that's Genovides. That's the alienage. That's the alienage. Neat. Yeah, most of the origins are pretty much pretty solid beginnings. I think I've played Human Noble. I think I've done both elves and the Dwarven beginning, but honestly, it's been so long between each of my playthroughs, I don't remember what all I've done.
The very next day.
The Darkspawn took Lothering, did they?
I don't know. I expect so, since there was no one there to stop them.
Well, it won't be much longer until those monsters get here. There doesn't seem to be anyone fighting them now.
Ah, don't mind us. Just talk, that's all.
Uh-huh.
My client appreciates your generosity.
What? What does that even mean? The dwarf start makes the deep road so rough. You know what? It's been a long time since I did the dwarven start. I don't remember it being too much harder, but it's so long ago it may just be that I blocked out the difficulty. What is this?
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you? Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
How does everyone know who my character is? Like, almost nobody's seen her, but like, everyone recognizes her somehow.
Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet. Thank you, my friend. We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Makers smile upon you.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God, and He is our Maker. They are sinners who have given their love. The one who repents, who has faith unshaken by the darkness of the world, and roasts not, nor gloats over the misfortunes of the weak, but takes delight in the Maker's law and creations.
Boasts. It's boasts, sister, not roasts.
She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction. The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next.
Peace, sister, peace. She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
The veil holds no uncertainty
What?
for her, and she will know no fear of death, for the Maker shall be her beacon and her shield, her foundation and her...
There's no veal in the chant.
But there could
You're doing
be.
this on purpose, aren't you?
I liked her version of the chant better. Dang.
Oh, it's not an interruption, dear. We were just finishing up before mealtime. What can I do for you?
Yeah, Dragon Age does have a way of hitting, like, right here, like... That's part of why I like this game so much. Like, it's a really good story, and it hits at just the right places.
Praying for the good people of Denerim who've lost loved ones at Ostagar. It's usual to recite a stanza from Transfigurations when you pray for the departed.
It's usual to recite the stanza correctly.
But that's what I said.
Andraste, deliver us. If her grace were to hear this...
I wouldn't mess up the words if you wouldn't keep interrupting me. Grand Cleric Elomena understands the importance of concentration, you know.
Her Grace, may the Maker bless her heart, lost her hearing 20 years ago. If she doesn't catch your blasphemous mistakes, it's because she didn't hear them.
I like these two. This is great.
It is almost mealtime, isn't it?
Blessings of the Maker and of Andraste, his bride, upon you.
Chickens!
Magic exists to serve man and...
Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the day still be so bright. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanter's Board? I am Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry. Pride again. It is hard to live up to the example of Andraste. The archivist tends the books, and I tend the sacred relics. I also search for more to add to our collection, which is more difficult than it sounds. My thought exactly, but I'm perpetually amazed at how quickly people accept fantastic claims at face value. A hawker on the street will claim to have an actual finger bone of Andraste. In this city alone, you could make the skeleton of 10 prophets from fingers alone. Curators often accept them as genuine. I worry about the authenticity of even our most holy artifacts. When I was a curator of a much smaller chantry in Orlais, I thought that false relics slipped through because of laziness. But the life of the cloth is never an easy one, and that explanation always seemed hollow to me. Now I believe it's the seduction of the divine. We all want a personal connection to the Maker. We want to believe that what we hold in our hands is the actual sandal that slipped from Andraste's foot before the fires consumed her. Faith is of the heart, not of the head. When the heart is ungoverned by reason, charlatans have powerful tools to deceive.
True that.
And often close to heretical. But I believe that the truth only increases the awe of the Maker and his prophet, not demean it. Even false symbols have the power to inspire, but it seems every year we fall more out of touch with the real Andraste. Certainly, my research indicates that all of the ashes were gathered into a pot or urn, but it's been lost for centuries. That doesn't stop hawkers from selling pinches of the ashes of Andraste to gullible pilgrims. The real ashes may still be hidden somewhere, though it's possible the urn broke. Of course, enjoy your visit to the chantry.
They shall be named Maleficar, accursed ones. They shall find no rest in this world or beyond.
I was getting to that part.
Alright, let me try and find his sister now. Oh, thank you for the follow, Zebra. I appreciate it. Man, they're not making this easy, are they? 'Cause I thought she was somewhere around here.
As there is but one God, one life, one death, there is but one God, and he is our Maker.
That's the city map.
What new mention of dessert? Surely this is a miracle.
Magic exists to serve man and never to...
A rundown back street, dark alleyway, the pearl. Let's see if it
So,
can tell me
all this
anything.
time we've spent together. You know, the tragedy, the brushes with death, the constant battles with the whole blight looming over us. Will you miss it once it's over? There'll be no more running for our lives, no more Darkspawn. Ugh, and no more camping in the middle of nowhere. I know it might sound strange, considering we haven't known each other for very long, but I've come to care for you a great deal. I think maybe it's because we've gone through so much together. I don't know. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Maybe I'm fooling myself. Am I? Fooling myself? Or do you think you might ever feel the same way about me?
Let's see. Oh, damn. Going all in.
So I fooled you, did I? Good to know.
Yes, I've roped him in. Good.
That wasn't too soon, was it?
Sorry, this sounds like something my husband would say.
Well, I'll have to arrange that then, won't I? Maker's breath, but you're beautiful.
Good,
I am a lucky man. Now, let's get back to what we were up to before, lest I forget why we're here.
I like how he seemingly has totally forgotten about his quest thing that he's trying to do too. Let's see. Lives in Denerim, near the alienage.
As there is but one world, one life, one death.
There's the alienage. I don't think the house is over here. It's not, because that's the alienage door.
Folks came in yesterday with crazy stories about Redcliffe. You hear about that?
I'll figure it out after I do this. And I don't think... Is there any point to buying strength? Maybe? No, I'll do Constitution this time around. Unless one of these needs it. because I want that sooner rather than later.
Yes? What are you doing here? No. No, I am Waylon, Brother Genitivi's assistant. When you first came in, I was hoping that you had news of Brother Genitivi. Wishful thinking, it seems. I haven't seen Brother Genitivi in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. I'm afraid something has happened. Genitivi's research into the urn may have led him into danger. Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genitivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genitivi, and they too have disappeared. Now don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now. So be it. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Calenhard, investigating something in that area. I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn. Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts. I know it sounds suspicious, but I swear I'm not lying. It's been a very difficult time for me, and sometimes I don't know what to think or feel. I want Genitivi to be rescued, but I don't want more people to be hurt. You understand, don't you? Follow in Genitivi's footsteps if you must, but be careful. You've returned. You haven't gone to the inn, have you? No, nothing. I was just worried about you. He was an elderly man, kind, a little eccentric. He was very devoted to his quest for the Urn of Sacred Ashes and spent many hours buried in his books and his notes. His research was his life. The legend states that Andraste's ashes were stolen by her followers and hidden away. Brother Genitivi knew more about it, but he was secretive about his discoveries. I am merely an assistant to a poor scholar. I fetched his tea and warmed his slippers by the fire. Occasionally, I would help him organize his notes. What are you doing? You're not supposed to go in there. I'm sorry, but that room is not for guests. It's full of books and papers, and I'd rather they were not disturbed. I said no. Genitivi was a very private person. No, don't touch that door!
You
I am armed.
one way to do it.
As you say. Very well.
Chantry. Okay, so let's see what we do. Go to Haven. Search. First, I want to explore around this area. See what I can find.
This is where the nobility comes to get drunk and decide who is the most self-important of them all. Good times.
What can I get you, stranger? It seems that some of the bands just won't accept Tyrn Logain's orders. There's too much talk still of King Cailin's death and questions about what happened. You'd think with the Darkspawn knocking on our doorstep, people would be more likely to stand together, wouldn't you? Anything else you need? Have you heard? Logain has named Arl Rendon Howe as the new Tyrn of Denerim, with the Arlen going to house eldest son. Yorian died at Ostagar and his son died in some elven revolt in the city. It's tragic news. I wonder what got Arl Howe such a promotion. Anything else you need?
My shift's nearly over. Thank Andraste.
Your mother is supposedly the one called Flemeth, the very witch from legend. Is that not true?
It is begun.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
There is nothing supposed
that's right.
about
He
it.
can't rock quick,
Flemeth
can he?
is my mother.
I was more doubtful of the legend rather than your relationship to this woman. Anyone can claim a name after all.
You're welcome to ask her if you ever meet her. You're just her type.
Oh, elven and handsome?
The sort that will never be missed.
Sounds intriguing if you ask me.
You assassin types have a death wish, I see.
Only the really good ones.
It shall be done.
Crimson Orbs.
Next, drink to battle and victory!
I'm a Crimson Ore. Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull! Another round for me men!
Next, drink to battle and victory!
Sounds like they don't need any more drinks.
Pigs, all of them.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Blades Emporium.
That's my sister's house.
Oh.
I'm
well done.
almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see? Do I seem a little nervous? I am. I really don't know what to expect. I'd like you to be there with me if you're willing. Or we could leave, I suppose. We really don't have time to pay a visit, do we? Maybe we should go.
Damn.
Will she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister. That sounds very strange. Sister. Oh, now I'm babbling. Maybe we should go. Let's go. Let's just go.
It's so dumb.
Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
I'm not here to have any wash done. My name's Alistair. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Gordana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
My what? I am Gordana, yes.
That awkward moment
Do you know
when
my
her
name?
hairstyle was the same
What
as
kind of
mine.
tomfoolery are you folk up to?
Yes, I think so. I'm sure of it, in fact. Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that?
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
Them's at the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
For all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off. And who in the maker's name are you? Some tart, following after his riches, I expect.
Hey, don't speak to her that way. She's my friend and a Grey Warden, just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I will
don't know
definitely catch you
boy.
later.
Your royal father forced
Sleep
himself
well.
on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Well, he found it. And what good is that to me? None, that's what. Unless he can see to it that his family lives as it should.
I would love to help you out, but I don't think we really have enough money to spare. I wish we did.
You, a prince, marching in here with your fancy armor and such, and this is all you got to offer? You must think I'm very stupid.
No, wait, I don't think that at all. I want to help, if I can.
You want to help? You go to whatever high and mighty folks you run with, and you tell them you've got nephews and nieces that aren't living as they've a right to. You do that.
Yes, it really seems that way, doesn't it? I wasn't expecting my sister to be so... I'm starting to wonder why I came.
I don't know why you came either, or what you expected to find, but it isn't here. Now get out of my house, the both of you.
What a bitch.
I agree. Let's get out of here.
Damn. That blows.
Well, that was not what I expected, to put it lightly. This is the family I've been wondering about all my life? That shrew is my sister? I can't believe it. I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do? I feel like a complete idiot.
An awkward moment when Connor's possibly not evil twin is in the background.
Yes, I'm sorry too. I guess I should have known better. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Will you stop eating?
I'm hungry.
Stuff your face at camp. For now, watch the bloody road.
Rush them and spring your own ambush for a change. I like it.
Enemies approaching! It is begun. Enough! Delightful! It shall be done. I shall do it. Wipe them out!
Let's have at it!
Very well. I shall do it. It is begun.
Shall we compete before dying, please?
Have you no concern for your own existence? You
Time for a little bloodletting, I
I shall do it.
It's like looting these bodies while people are still fighting and such. Not like they needed help anyway, right?
It shall be done. It is begun. I shall do it.
right then.
It shall be done.
Let's go. As you like.
So you do it. Damn. I'm gonna have to level that shit up.
Slay them all.
Let's see. Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
It is begun.
I am your death.
It is begun. It is begun. It shall be done.
What are you fighting there now?
I shall do it.
I hope I don't get blood all over you. Oh, another battery. Take steel.
Ah, yes. So I am actually going to cut it here because I actually ended up streaming about an hour longer than I had originally anticipated. That's alright because I was enjoying playing. So since I think for the most part those of you watching are new to my stream, my schedule is really all over the board, honestly. My plan is to try streaming usually either every Friday or every Saturday, or preferably both. But unfortunately, work tends to pop up on the weekends too, so either way, I'm going to it's going to be mainly those 2 days. Down below the stream, I'll usually have a schedule, or I'm planning on putting a schedule down there, usually updated weekly, so you guys will know when I'm going to be streaming that week, or what's the planned stream for that week. Coming up in a couple days is NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, if you're not too familiar with it. I'm probably, once that gets started November 1st through November, the end of the month, I'm actually going to probably randomly be streaming throughout the week too. Most of them won't necessarily have the webcam or even my headset because I'll be streaming at work because I work midnight shift. And I'll be streaming my work on NaNoWriMo. If I stream here at home like normal, I'll also be able to do my headset. Usually, if I do those, it'll just be under just chatting, I think is what it's called. But even so, even though I'm going to be doing that, and hopefully you guys will be yelling at me to get my word count up, or keep my word count where it's supposed to be, because I think I need about 2,000 words or a day-ish. I'll still be on next weekend. I'm still going to do a game stream, at least a short one. I probably won't be playing Dragon Age next weekend necessarily because I'm going to be out of state, so I'm only going to have my laptop. And my laptop's crap, honestly, so I don't think it's going to handle Dragon Age very well. But next weekend, I'm planning on trying to stream the seventh guest, mainly due to an anniversary that's coming up next weekend. Plus, also, Extra Life is having their big game day next weekend, so I'm hoping to have it coincide and do it as a charity stream too. So you'll be hearing a lot about like what's going on with next weekend, why next weekend's so special. It's just not anything I'm going to bring up tonight since it's not really relevant tonight. So if you guys have followed me, thank you so much. If you haven't followed me yet, go ahead and hit that button. I do a variety of different games. Dragon Age right now, I do Edna and Harvey, just a bunch of different ones. If you are interested in seeing a particular game, I am more than happy to take recommendations. If I don't already own the game, I will put it on my list to buy eventually. Even though my game lineup for the next month or so is pretty much set, because I have Dragon Age, I have 7th Guest. I will hopefully be able to stream Fallout 76, even though more likely than not my computer is actually going to need an upgrade to be able to handle it. So hopefully the stream will be better because of that too, once I can upgrade this computer. And then I'll also be trying to stream, if I can figure out how to get the PlayStation to do it, Spyro Reignited Trilogy, which is what I'm most excited for. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I have upcoming, a lot of stuff I'm going to be doing in the next month or so, and hopefully we'll keep it going. So I hope you guys will follow along and join me on the journey. All that said, thank you for watching my stream tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you around Twitch, and have a good night.